Deathstalker will be playing his Empire of Imperial Daikon. This regiment consists of 2 units of fodder with melee weapons, 1 unit of bastards with melee weapons, and 1 unit of chaff with ranged weapons. Kitbash will be playing his Order of the Holy Celeriac. This regiment consists of a unit of fodder with melee weapons, a unit of brutes with melee weapons, a unit of whelps with black powder weapons, and a unit of chaff with ranged weapons. We're using version 16A of the core rules and recommend you download it from the Turnip28 Patreon. The scenario that's in play is a long march. The regiments have been wandering the wastelands without any food and as a result have a ravenous hunger. Whenever you roll a scenario blunder, you have to take D3 models off the board to represent them eating each other and themselves. The board is standard 4x4, deployment is 12 inches either side, 3 pieces of dangerous terrain, 1 piece of defensible terrain, a piece of cover each, and 5 objectives, one of which has to be in the centre. Victory conditions: whoever holds the most objectives at the end of turn 4.
Christian.
Me, cool. So, dangerous terrains. Let's put a dangerous terrain down. I'll put one there.
Cool.
You stick a dangerous terrain down?
Most certainly.
And then there is a 3rd piece of dangerous terrain as well that goes down somewhere. Can you pass me the 3rd piece? Oh no, it's there. Sorry.
Well, there's 4 of them, so you'll be all right.
They're very well
camouflaged.
Yeah. So I'm going to put the other piece just here and make it like a massive swampy bit there.
Cool.
Now that we've placed them, we place a single piece of defensible terrain within the centre of the table. So
put a wall down?
Yeah, I think defensible is the 6-inch one where it's like a structure of sorts. So I don't actually have an active structure, but if you've got enough walls, we can sort of make a
perimeter,
a little bunker type perimeter thing around the outside of that. That kind of works. It's defensible. Things can get in there, can't they?
Spiky rocks.
Spiky rocks. Why not? Eh? Yeah, actually. Chuck a bit of spiky rocks down like that. Everyone's happy. We're all winners. Now that we've done that, each player now places a piece of 6-inch cover, which is the walls, wherever they like.
Cool.
So,
can I have some walls, please?
Yeah, there's loads over here. Which
No, I just can't reach them.
There you go.
I'm armoured up, Christian.
There's me, and wherever we like, we can put a wall. So I'm going to put
one.
Just the one wall actually, and I'll put one wall here on the other side of this swamp. Cool. We've got a lot of terrain in the middle of the board, because I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of walking towards things.
Yes.
Now, objective markers.
Objective markers.
We take it in turns, one each, one in the middle, that's already there, because easy peasy. I'm going to put one here, behind this defensible terrain.
I'm going to put one here. Is that acceptable?
That's acceptable by me. And I'm going to put another one here in the swampland area.
I'm going to put one here.
Okay, so that is that. Standard kind of deployment, 12 inches from the edge for the players.
12 inches.
So, yeah, standard sort of deployment procedure. Players deploy standard from a deployment zone, 12 inches from the player edge. That's all it says, so I'm guessing it's just take it in turns as per normal.
Well, you rolled first
Yep.
for initiative, so you want to go first?
Okie dokie. I will use... not those guys. I'm going to put my my spiky boys in.
Spiky boys. Wish I had some movement trays now.
They're really useful. Incredibly useful for this game, movement trays.
Cool. Well, I'm going to do pretty much the same thing as you. I tell you what, wearing armour for a game is not easy.
No.
Ashugaru. Right, that's my first unit deployed.
Okay. I will put my brutes down now as well. they're going to go here.
Right, I'm going to put my next foddery chaps down. Samurai warriors.
Okay, I'm going to put chaff down. Chaff can deploy 6 inches.
See, I was just thinking about this myself for my chaffy boys.
6 inches farther away than the standard deployment. So they're going to go there.
Solid 6 inches. So there's going to be some skirmish on skirmish action going on.
So then I'm going to put my potato riders over yonder on this side. Doth table edge break?
It's good fun, isn't it? Yeah. Adds a bit of atmosphere, and especially when you point it straight in like Christian's general direction, it makes me really happy.
What's the
I like it.
The
souls of a million crushed fairies.
It's just pure carcinogens.
Oh, lovely.
That's it. It's refined tobacco. What have you done?
Place me potato riders.
So are those bastards or whelps?
Whelps.
Whelps. So I'm putting my bastards here there.
And then that is 1, 2, 3, 4 units. I'm going to put the big boss Toff down. Here's a 6-inch command range, so I'm putting them on the line so I can actually tell them what to do.
Cool. Right, well, I'll put my toffee boy down, and you can go with the other horse riders, because I think as a noble, noble of the route, he probably wants to hang around with other nobles on horses.
Makes sense. Interesting rule with the horse ones is that the unit, I think it says that they get pulled along. It's in the movement section, I think, because obviously your Toff moves.
Yeah, they move with them if you want, isn't it?
Yeah, they're a 6-inch movement, which on their own doesn't make sense because
they're with 12-inch horses.
Yeah, but I think there's some movement thing with that.
Right, well, I'm putting my toady guy down.
And then I've got one more toady, who's the guy with the book, and he's going to follow those brutes and give them fervent backup.
Okay, my last guy goes with the samurai warriors with his stick.
Yeah. Okay.
As all snivelling noblemen are.
And that is deployment.
That is deployment.
So yeah, there we go.
Cool.
I think.
Squidzilla Rink playing Turnip28, The Long March.
5 objectives, standard battle procedure. Winner takes all, basically.
Winner takes all. I'm going to chew your nose off.
Please don't. Yeah, I think that is.
That's it. Dangerous terrain.
Defensible terrain.
Defensible. Cover.
Yeah.
That's it.
We need to get slightly better defensible terrain at some point, but I think we can work that out in the long run.
Yeah. This is us learning to play at the same time as you guys.
Yeah.
We've been mad excited to finally get together and play this, but it is a learning process, so bear with us for some bits.
If we do anything wrong, we'll come back and correct it later.
Or you fancy guys and gals can tell us in the comments.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. My snob, giving them the first order. I'm going to roll move, march on these guys, which essentially lets me move plus 2d6 if I don't blunder. So 1 is a blunder, that's a 3.
So successful order.
So successful order, so it's movement plus 2d6, and movement plus 2d6 gives me 6, 12.
That's right, 6 inches for all guys other than cavalry, which has 12 inches.
So we will do 12 inches from the back. That puts me firmly on this objective. So I'm going to just sort of envelop that objective, keeping within an inch of the coherency, which is fine with that because that's on the base that does that already.
Yeah.
So that's my first order done. Alternating orders. Serge is going to do his next.
Yeah. So if you look at these guys down here, from where I placed the objective, they've already captured this objective. I suppose.
Yeah, well, I don't see why not at the end of this turn.
And objectives, once they're captured, so you can move away from them. But Christian, if he gets within an inch, he'd be able to recapture this objective. So I've got my snob here in between the two guys, so I can issue 2 orders.
Yeah, but he can issue 2, but you'll be issuing 1, and then I'll be doing another one, and then he can issue another one later. Ah,
right, okay then. So I'm going to issue the march order.
Okay.
And I am going to issue it to the Ashigaru, my fodder. So see if that order goes off, which it does. Yep. And then, as Christian said, 2d6 plus the movement.
Wow.
Wow, not bad. Yeah. So I've got 12, 13 inches. If only. So moving these guys up.
So next order, this toff again, going to be the chaff. He will be moving with the chaff this time. So I'm going to roll in the dice tray. And a blunder.
A blunder.
A blunder. That means
don't forget the scenario blunder.
Roll the blunder on the move and shoot order, which means 1, I only move d6 inches before shooting, and 2, because of the scenario, the long march, I lose d3 miniatures.
Because they eat themselves, because they're so hungry.
Oh, no!
So that's the...
That's 3.
Or is that the...
That's the blunder.
That was the scenario. 3 dead.
3 dead.
And I get 1 inch movement.
Well worth it. Well worth it.
So, I'll keep this guy at the front. They all get eaten. Yeah. And then he moves
a solid inch.
A solid inch.
Nice.
Onto the cover.
At least he's in the cover. He's not in the cover because that's a defensible terrain. He's on the outside of the terrain at the moment. But yeah, great. So the shoot order. What was the range on them? Is 12 or 16? Was it?
18 inches.
18 inches. Yeah, so, I can shoot someone.
Who's it going to be?
I will shoot at your Ashigaru probably.
Okay then.
Because they'll be easier to hit.
Behind the wall.
Because of the blunder. They take a panic token, don't they?
They do take a panic token. That is true. Shiny red panic token.
As things happen during the course of the game, whether it's blundering, fighting, getting shot at, you'll accrue panic tokens, and this affects how far you end up retreating, if and when you have to retreat. And if you acquire 6 panic tokens, then it's an automatic retreat, which is 2 inches per panic token plus 6 inches, I believe.
Shooting phase. Measuring the range, 18 inches. That's fine. Line of sight. We're going to be shooting past these buildings over this dangerous terrain, which is for walking, so it's fine. It's like a swamp, into those fodder. I've got to roll a 5+ to hit them, and therefore give them a wound, and we're going to do that now and see what happens. So 5+, come on, I won. This chaff is terrible at shooting anything and being alive. So I haven't shot you, I haven't hit anything.
No problem.
No problems.
I get no panic.
No panic because I didn't hit you.
Because you didn't hit me, and therefore I won't be retreating. And just to clarify, if we do retreat, it's d6 plus 2 inches for every panic token you have. Just to clarify that, but we're all good.
Yep, and fodder has fearless when they're above 10, which means they don't retreat on the 3+.
That's correct.
There we go.
So then over to you then, Serge.
Right,
Your next
think
activation.
I'm going to be using my second snob order to activate the cavalry that I've got here. I'm going to be doing a march, so 2d6 plus movement, wasn't it?
Yep, 2d6 plus movement.
Provided I don't blunder this order.
In the box.
Success.
Success on the 3.
Right. And then to roll in here, as I should be, before someone comes and chews my ear off, here we go. So 6 plus 12, 18 inches movement.
Cool.
So I'm going to move
Impressive.
up here, and the snob's going to be moving with these guys this time round. So we've got 18 inches up to here. I'm going to be keeping him off the dangerous terrain because I don't want to be having to take any
dangerous terrain tests.
Dangerous terrain tests. There you go, that's their movement. Okay, over to Christian.
Okay. I am going to just quickly measure the distance. Here, so they're in. I'm going to issue a volley fire order on these guys. If I don't blunder, I will get to shoot these bastards with an extra point into my inaccuracy, so they're less inaccurate, they're more accurate.
Yeah, that's it. So instead of hitting on a 5, you'd be hitting on a 4.
Yeah.
But let's see if you blunder first.
Let's see if the cursed dice gets a 1. I
no,
didn't this
we're
time.
all right.
Okay.
That's excellent. They're not eating themselves on the hoof.
So I have 4 of these guys. 4 pluses. So
that's 2.
2.
And then I've got to roll 2 armor saves now.
2 armor saves.
At 5 up for my bastards, isn't it?
Yes. I also have to put a smoke token for the black powder. Because they now cannot shoot again until next turn because they're going to be reloading.
That's it. Right, so I'm going to roll for my save now. On a 5 up, I don't take the wounds. So 1 save, 1 fail.
And you get 2 panic tokens as well because there were 2 hits.
Yep. So 1 guy dead. The other 2 of that squad remaining. And now I move D6 plus 2 inches per panic token. So I'm going to roll here. Oh, 9 inches to move. And my snob's going to be going back with them. And they take the panic tokens along with them. So mine been shot and ran away instantly. Not bad.
Not bad, no. Your activation again then.
My activation again. So all activations done for the snob here. I think I'm going to move. I'm going to activate these guys and order them to march and hopefully capture this objective. So let's see if I blunder first. Hopefully not. No, thank goodness.
So 2d6 plus movement.
2d6 plus 6 inches for those guys. So 12 total. So that gives me exactly what I wanted. So I'll just move them all up here, well within the 12 inches. And they've captured that objective for me. And the toady moves up with them, ready for whenever he can activate next.
Now I'm on to my last activation, and it's the brutes. I'm going to order them to move. I'm going to march. No, I'm going to charge. I'm going to try and charge you, because on the off chance that I make it, it'll be brilliant. I probably won't make it, but let's find out. Let's move these dice out of the way here. So
I'm going to laugh so much if they blunder.
Yeah, I'm going to roll the...
So you got dangerous terrain and you've got that little bit of defensible cover to
Yeah, a little bit of cover.
How's that going to affect us for the charge?
I'm going to try and move around the outside of it, but I do have to roll a dangerous terrain test if I go through the dangerous terrain.
Right,
which we will cover when we have to cross that bridge. So let's see if this cursed dice eats my guys. Oh,
Nope.
it didn't. Okay.
Unfortunately.
So,
for me.
it's 6 inches plus 2d6. 6 inches plus 2d6.
11, 17.
11, 17. 1,117 inches. I've successfully passed my order to charge, and I am declaring charge on Serge's fodder unit there. Now, normally he would have to take a panic test,
Yep.
but because he is at full power and has no panic tokens, it's a 6 or less on a d6, which means he passes.
That's
so he
it.
automatically
I can't fail
passes.
because I don't have any panic tokens right now.
No. So I already rolled movement for it, and I got 17 inches.
That's
now,
right.
to get there, I can jump over that wall, not a problem, but that is dangerous terrain, and I'm going to have to roll a d6 for each of the gentlemen who will be trotting through dangerous terrain, and then they take a wound each. Since I will be running past the turnip and not stopping at it, I won't be capturing that objective this turn. So, I've got 6 of these dangerous red dice, which are terrible for my health. And I'm going to roll them in this box to see what damage they take. Any 1s, and it's a wound, isn't it?
Not a wound, they are just removed.
They're removed.
The fog rises up and sucks them down into the muck and mire.
So I got 1-1. One guy got. One guy got. Let's take this fellow at the back.
From the slithering mud and dragged him down to his doom.
Other than that, they made it over here. And if I put the base on there, he happens to be exactly where the man was eaten.
Exactly. And did your toady move with him?
Yes, he did. So he will also have to roll a dangerous terrain test. Unless, so it's a 3-inch order, so he'd have to be sort of sitting there. So 3 inches from the back where he was, and he is in the dangerous terrain, so I will roll for dangerous terrain with him as well.
That's it. So 1 die on a 1, he gets eaten by the swamp.
2.
Oh.
He did not get eaten by the swamp. Right, so that is a charge complete, which means now we have to do melee combat.
Melee combat. I'm going to bite your parsnip off your face.
So for melee, the attacker rolls their attacks and the defender rolls their resilience rolls or vulnerability rolls, depending which version of the rules you're reading.
Yep.
So the fodder and the brutes are firmly entrenched in combat now. Time to make the rolls. Brutes have 2 attacks each. They're armed with melee weapons, so I'm hitting on a 4 and I've got 10 attacks. So this could spell the end for the fodder, unless my dice rolls continue to be awful. Continue to be awful is the correct answer.
So you've hit 3 of my guys?
3 guys.
Nice, so I've got to make 3 saves now, haven't I?
3 saves. The resilience of fodder is a 6. The vulnerability is a 6.
Okay then. So now you've hit me with 3, do I get 3 panic tokens?
It's shooting attacks that generate panic.
Ah, right,
it's,
okay. Right, I'm going to roll for my save. And I saved 2 and I dropped 1.
Okay.
That was a very tasty roll.
So, 1 guy dies. You do the attacks back now for yours.
So I'm going to remove 1 guy. Place him over here. So I've now got 11 guys there.
So 11 attacks and you're hitting on 5s.
Because they also have melee weapons.
Yeah.
So, 11 dice, and I'm looking for 5s. Come on, let's annihilate these boys. Not much annihilation going on there whatsoever. So that's 1, 6, and that's it.
Yeah, this is a good sign of how god awful these units are at fighting each other. When you look at them on paper, you think this game's going to be over pretty quickly because I've only got 4 units. But when you're rolling 11 shots, attacks, and you're hitting 1, then this is where it comes into play. So, vulnerability, resilience of a 5+ on the brutes. So come on, a 5 and a 4.
Yes.
So 1 dies. I'll leave him on there. We'll take him off afterwards.
How many wounds have those guys got?
Just the 1, actually.
Just
it's
the 1.
the toadies have 2, brutes and everyone else has 1, and then I think there's some units in the cults, which we'll discuss later, that has more.
Yeah. So basically there was no victor to that battle because we both took an equal number of models.
Which you would, yeah, so which means, according to the rules, we now fight again.
Until there is a clear victor.
Until there's a clear victor.
Okay then.
Which,
so you fight
until there's a clear, the other unit is destroyed. I think it says in it, but I think if you panic and run away, it'll be.
They'll retreat if whoever loses the most models on any given melee will end up running away. But then if you chase after me and stab me in the back
to destroy them,
you'll destroy me.
Yep. So now I'm down to 4 men, so that's 8 attacks. Again, hitting on a 4.
That was
still
3.
awful. Yeah, 3. So 3 attacks hit.
I think this could be the end for my guys. I don't think I'm going to be rolling 3 6s.
He says that.
1.
Got 1. So 2 more gone.
2 more gone. I think 2 from the back rank.
You may. I mean, it's the 5+ save. It makes it last a bit longer on mine. So, you know.
So I'll be rolling 9 attacks against you, looking for a 5 up.
Yep.
Right, here we go. Come on, boys. 2.
2. All right. So again.
Come on.
5 up save. No. So that's 2 more of my guys gone.
So you got 1 guy left at this point.
I've got 2 guys. I had 6 to start with. You've killed 3.
1 was lost.
1 was lost as well. That's true. In the swamp.
So you had 5. You've lost 1 guy on the last combat. You've just lost 2. Oh, sorry, you have got 2 left.
Yes, that's how much.
I'm really good at counting.
Yeah.
It's because I grew up in the swamp. I've only got 4 fingers to count on.
So.
So no clear victor because we both lost 2 models, so we fight again.
Yeah, I do like this combat mechanic.
Yeah, it's all right.
So 4 more attacks from my 2 remaining guys. 5s, 4s, 2 more.
Right, so I need 2 6s.
There we go.
Right, so I lost 2 more guys. Oh, slowly getting whittled down. The swamp is pleased.
Yeah.
So I've got 7 guys remaining. 7 attacks, 5 up.
Oh.
1, 2, 3. Oh, this could be the end of this.
Yeah. Could be the end of it.
I really hope so.
Come on, 5s. Oh, no, they were on a 6.
So that is squad wipe.
That is a squad wipe. That is all of my brutes killed there in combat. Well played, sir.
Thank you very much. The honour of the Imperial Daikon is showing itself and showing, that we have the power.
So my
the root power. We eat our ginseng in the morning. We eat our zucchini.
So my bid to take that objective and annihilate your unit of fodder has failed miserably. The Holy Celeriac will not be happy. But that concludes all of my activations, and I believe you've got 1 more.
I've got 2 more.
2 more?
Because I've got El Todo
okay.
and my Chaffies.
So
So all he can do is order himself.
Yeah. And then...
But the next step is anyone who hasn't received an order
That's
activates.
true. Yep.
So it'll be him, and then it'll be them, and then that's it. It's my activation. I've got my Toady here. He can't give an order because he's 3 inches. His command range is 3 inches, and these guys are 6 inches away because they had the Vanguard keyword, so they were able to deploy 6 inches ahead, as you may recall from the beginning of the battle. So he's just going to order himself. He's going to march. So let's see if he blunders ordering himself.
Yeah.
He may well eat himself in hunger at this point, which would, let's face it, be hilarious. No. And there's 2d6 plus his movement. So I can go 18 inches if I want to. The 6s are rolling really nicely for me today.
Yeah.
Can you pass me the tape measure, please?
Here you go.
Thank you kindly. I'm not going to... Oh, I couldn't I? I could just plonk him right on that objective, which is exactly what I'm going to do because...
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
That's him. Right. These chaff guys, they are what's known as lost in battle, in the confusion of battle, that is. So they've not received an order, so they can order themselves, which I'll have to take a blunder check. But in addition to that, because they didn't receive an order from a snob, they suffer the effects of the scenario blunder, as well as regardless of whether they blunder in the receiving of the order. So I'm going to give them the volley fire order, just to see what I can do with that. So I'm going to see if they blunder to start with, in here, and they do.
Okay.
So now I have to roll 2d3, because I'm going to suffer the scenario blunder and the scenario blunder again. So let's see. So we'll roll these one at a time. So I lose one guy. He eats himself because he's absolutely famished. And we'll roll again. And another one. So I've just lost two guys. They blundered basically twice. And they didn't have the strength to draw on their bows. And they've just eaten themselves.
On a positive note, you do get to shoot.
I do get to shoot.
Line of sighting?
Line of sight. Well, you're in cover. Oh, are you? That's not the cover one. That's the defensible.
This is defensible terrain. So.
So I'm shooting at you over it.
Yeah, I think the only ones you can't shoot through are impassable terrain.
Yeah.
Which is like mountains or full buildings with the full walls and all that lot that you can't see through, like the little mushroom hut that we've got over there.
And then I haven't got a black powder weapon, so I believe I get a -1 to my accuracy. Is that correct?
No.
It's better.
I get 2 extra on the save.
Right. Okay then.
Yeah.
And then how many attacks do I have on the chaff there, Christian?
Chaff get 1 attack, I think.
2 shots.
2 shots on a 5-up.
2 shots on a. You're shooting my chaff.
Yep.
Yep. So yeah, it's usually chaff is usually a 5-up. No, it's usually a 6. But it's 2 +2 to the vulnerability because you're using the bows. So it's a 4-up save.
Yeah, but what's my accuracy?
Apologies, your accuracy is a 5. Yes.
Right. Okay. A little bit of confusion going on.
Yep.
But we will get there. Right. 2 5-ups.
Oh.
So that's 1 hit. So you will take a panic token for that.
Yeah, I will take a panic token because I've been shot.
Yeah, you've been hit, but we're not sure how knackered you are.
A 4. He saves it.
God damn it. Right. So now that is the end of the shooting. Everyone's been ordered.
And that's, the end of
round one.
I'm not happy. So, end of round 1. I captured an objective. Shot some guys. Surge's blokes retreated. Horribly mulched by everything with my chaff. And my brutes, poor beautiful brutes, got completely stabbed to death by a unit of fodder.
After losing 1 guy to the swamp.
After losing 1 guy to the swamp. So overall, not a great start, but it's certainly fun.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I've captured 3 objectives. Christian's got 1 at present.
Yep.
Pretty poor shooting from my guys here. Obviously a little bit disappointed with the kind of moving forwards, getting shot and retreating here. Very happy with wiping the squad of brutes. But I need to remember to keep my guys within command range. Because as I look here, I've got a load of guys without anyone near them. And here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's going to be fun.
That's going to be fun. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So, on to round 2.
Round 2.
Right, we're back again. Just about to start the second round, but there was a couple of things that we missed off during the course of the first round. So at the end of the melee that happened here against the brutes, Christian kindly reminded me that everyone gets a panic token at the end of the melee, regardless of win or lose. So they've now got a panic token there. The other thing that we've realised is that snobs can't take objectives.
Yeah.
So we've had a gentleman's agreement that in light of that, we're going to push this guy back because, you know, he had enough range of movement there. I'm going to place him here. Obviously, it affects nothing else. Just means that obviously I've only captured the 2 objectives. So yeah, there we go. On to turn 2.
Yeah. So turn 2 starts. These guys have reloaded their weapons, so I can take the smoke token off. So they're ready to shoot again. And my choices of what to do are now quite limited. Fodder has captured that, so they've got something to do. And yeah, so let's start off with issuing orders again.
Yes.
I'm going to issue a move order to these guys on the horses.
Okay. So that's the march order.
March order.
2d6 plus 1, depending on if you blunder or not.
Yep. So let's see if we blunder. We do not blunder. Right. How many d6s are there? 2 of them. Oh, hang up. 8. 8 plus
12, so 20 inches.
20 inches. That, my friends, should land me very nicely, completely and utterly out of range of that objective. But that's fine, because that's the way I'm going anyway. So I'm going to move all these guys over there, 20 whole inches, over this way. They're trotting sideways, because why not? And this fellow moves with them.
Nice.
That is my order done. We've moved my potatoes over here. Next round there, hopefully getting something over there, but we'll see what happens.
The snob was holding on to the tails of the horses, skidding along in the mud and the filth to give him the full 20-inch movement, rather than just having to try and catch up to the horses.
On foot. I may need to make some mounted toffs just for this particular occasion. I know with the Warlord boxes you get absolutely loads of miniatures, so I've still got another 4 horses left from 1 box.
Yeah,
which is great.
You do get a ridiculous amount of models. I could make this army about 4 times over with what I got in the Samurai starter set, which is, you know, a pretty good buy-in investment.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, so next
right,
activation.
so on to my next activation.
Yep.
Well, I think I'm going to order the Ashigaru guys now, with the snob here, and I am going to, I'm just going to order a march, just to get onto that objective, and then once they're within this defensible area, they're going to have -1 to be hit. So yeah, well, I need to do the blunder roll first, just to make sure that that's all gravy. So here we go.
Yeah.
3, we're safe. I don't need it, but it's 2d6 plus movement. Plenty.
Yeah, that'll get everyone inside.
That's it. So I'm just going to bring them in. They're going to man the positions here. This nice defensible. So it's quite nice because if he wants to bring his fodder troops to me, he's definitely going to be doing some dangerous terrain tests. And then obviously his chaff on the other side of the wall there. He can shoot, but I'm now defensible.
Right, so now is my next activation. I'm going to activate my fodder, and I'm going to give him a charge, which is a move and attack. This may go badly, but I will see if we blunder. I'll use this dice over here.
Who are you declaring against?
If I successfully do this without...
You declare first before... orders, then declare...
Yeah, so let's see if I blunder.
Please blunder.
I didn't. Right, so I'm going to charge into your central objective, guys. I think.
Right. Sure?
Yes.
Right, okay then. So I don't have to take a panic test for these guys because they don't have any panic tokens. And they started the round with more than 10 guys. There's 12 guys there. So no panic test. So you can now roll. And I also can't shoot you with anything because they don't have anything.
So 2d6 plus movement. 6, 12, 13 inches.
So I think you're in.
Yep, 13 inches does get me in from the back. Everyone is in. I'm going to have to stand in some dangerous terrain, I think, to do
Well,
this.
you're definitely moving through it all, so there'll be dangerous terrain tests for every single model, I'd say.
Well,
So you can't take the objective
leave that
with
objective.
you.
So I could. So I mean, I don't like being pedantic with these things, so there's literally no point in doing it. But
You're going to be pedantic anyway.
But I'm going to be slightly pedantic. I'm just going to put this pile on here.
Yeah.
I can't reach around both sides, and then I'll put these guys on here like this.
Yeah.
With the idea that a number of people, these three for instance, walked through there, and I'll roll dangerous terrain on those ones that I've left.
Yeah, because those three didn't get in the terrain. All right, fair.
Or I roll it on.
Two guys didn't make it through the terrain.
They snuck through the gap in between. Just so I have half a chance of having someone left over at the end of it. So it's dangerous terrain test for each of the individuals who have walked through the terrain. So let's do 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
and just
7,
a note
8,
on armor,
9,
guys.
10.
It's really difficult to move with all this stuff that we got on. And I just been to the toilet and trying to go for a pee and having to lift my little flap up was not the most dignifying thing I've ever done in my life.
So rolling here, ones kill my guys. And we've got a single one.
That's not bad, see?
So one of the fellas back here, we'll take him.
He's panicking.
This is fodder, mate. Don't worry about it.
He has been eaten, he's fallen into the swamp, sank down, and is now growing something rooty, I imagine. Right,
so melee.
Charge complete. Yeah, 9 times for melee.
So you both get a panic token for participating.
At the end, yeah.
At the end.
11 attacks.
Ooh.
11 attacks, hitting on +1 because it is melee,
But -1.
isn't it?
-1 because I'm defensible.
So we're back at 6
for fodder, isn't it?
6 accuracy of 6. So hitting on 6s. Oh,
he's been saving those up. 3 of them.
3. Yeah. So
I've got 3 vulnerability tests of 6 up.
Yep.
I don't think I'm going to roll 3 6s.
Well, you never know. You got
Roll
one. Yeah.
So 2 guys dead.
Okay.
Right, let's take these 2 back. So now with that, I'll have 10 attacks when I fight back. It's hard to count to 10 with my rooty fingers. Right, so for me it's 6s as well, isn't it? No, 5s because I've got a melee,
Yes.
but you're not defensible.
I'm not indefensible yet. Oh,
Ooh.
wow.
Oh, baby.
That's pretty good.
4. Yeah, a lot of other games you're like, oh, that wasn't a very good roll.
Yeah.
This game's like, I hit him!
Yeah.
I hit him!
So I need 4 6s. And I didn't get any.
Right.
Four fellas.
So the amazing thing about this is that I won that melee, which means that you retreat.
Yep. Let's get these guys off of here. You know what, would just be easier if I went like this.
This is one of the things that I think is going to be really cool about this game, is the retreating mechanic, because like we saw earlier with my guys, you got guys that can move really quickly up the board, but just as quickly end up falling back when they fail the battle that they initiated.
Involved in combat, so everyone gets a
panic token.
And now I retreat, don't I? So
you absolutely do.
The correct retreating is D6 plus 2 inches for every panic token.
So potentially up to 8 inches, but as little as 3.
Let's see what happens. Cameraman. So 4 plus 2.
6 inches.
6 inches.
You're moving.
It's away from combat, is it?
Yeah, away from combat, but you're still with dangerous terrain. So do you have to take another test or not?
I think so. If you're retreating through dangerous terrain, you still have to roll a dangerous terrain test as well.
So we'll say the same two guys.
If I move 6 inches this direction, away from you, away from combat, over here.
Yeah.
That works, doesn't it?
So, you can end up on that dangerous terrain, aren't you?
Well, I mean, so combat's...
Combat lines... there, isn't it?
Yeah, so I suppose so. If we're doing 6 inches, it's dangerous terrain anyway, isn't it? So what I'll do is I'll fall back to here, to the objective. So it'll be just there. If you want to just help.
The joys
Shift
of
that
fighting
tray.
in armour.
Yeah, and then I'll... Oh, I've crashed on the bike. These spears are very springy.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
It's good to do.
Right. And then 1, 2... How many guys have I got left?
It's 8 there.
8 guys, -2, because they managed to stay off just as they did coming in.
True.
I'll give you that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Take with 2 out.
So 6 die.
Alright, any ones?
No.
Right, okay, so they have retreated, and they are here now.
Excellent.
And that concludes my turn.
Yeah. Right, what do I want to do next? Well, I feel like killing a nobleman.
Okay.
So my toady here, he's gonna ask these chaps to charge him.
Okay.
Magic. Let's kill a nobleman today.
He gets to shoot back as well in the next bit, I think.
Stand and shoot, yeah.
Yep.
Stand and shoot. So he's got no panic tokens, so he doesn't need to do a panic test either.
No.
I need to see if the charge order goes off. And it does.
Okay.
Excellent. So do you shoot now, or is it after I get my charge number? Charge roll.
I think it's before, and then you do the charge roll. No, it must be afterwards.
Right, let's charge.
Do the charge roll first, and then...
So 2d6 plus my movement, isn't it?
Yep.
4 plus 6, 10.
10, you're in. Yeah.
I'm in, so I'm going to
And then
I'm
I'll...
gonna stay off the dangerous terrain.
Good plan.
And surround you.
Yep. In the meantime, I would have readied my pistol and fired it into the incoming troops, and we'll see if I...
And my toady moves with them, but they have got a panic token because they've already engaged in melee once.
I will see if I've hit anyone. He's a toady, so he has an accuracy of 5, and it's a black powder weapon. So it does generate the smoke token. Not that that makes much difference right now, but anyway. No.
Fantastic.
It's just like HQ units in 40k. There you go. So he fired the smoke.
And now I get to hit you.
See, just pop up.
Right, so I got 7 attacks.
It's only a pistol.
It's only a pistol.
Yeah.
Right then, so 7 attacks hitting on 5s.
Yes.
For having a melee weapon. And I see 2 hits. So what's the resilience on your chap?
The resilience on a toady is 5.
Okay then, so on a 5 up.
It's a save.
Oh, nice. Now you get to hit me back.
So toadies get
I may end up retreating away from this.
So, because my
Toady
is armed with a pistol and he's shot, he doesn't have any melee weapons, because the toadies are armed with a pistol or a melee weapon, whereas the toff is armed with both. A saber and pistol in his case is what his loadout says. So I'm just making one standard regular attack. I'm either hitting them with the book or clubbing them with the pistol or just sort of giving them a disapproving gaze. 5+.
5 up.
Let's see if he does anything. He does.
He hits
the
one of my guys.
Disapproving gaze works.
So I need a 6 up to defend myself.
Yeah.
And that's definitely not a 6.
Yeah, bonked.
So I got bonked. And that's the end of the melee combat. And because it's the end of the melee combat and I lost something and you didn't, I retreat away.
Yeah.
So I go It's the end of the combat, so do I get the token now? Well, we both get a token.
Yep. So I'll chuck one on there. You chuck one on there. So you've got.
It'll be D6 plus 4 inches.
Yep.
Okay, not too bad. 5 inches.
Yeah. That works out.
My toady can come back there. They've all moved about 5 inches away. Take them back. Okay, that's the end of my activation.
Scared him off.
Yeah.
Did scare him off. Pistol did nothing but getting whacked around the head with the book of root. That'd scare anyone.
Yeah. Now it's my activation again. I have this chaff unit, and then who else have I got? I've got him to do an order, and I've got him to do 2 orders. Oh no, 1 order. So I'm going to do that chaff first, and I'm going to volley fire, hopefully.
Right, so you're ordering him.
Yeah, he's going to order them.
Because he's got a 6-inch command range, because he's the toff.
Yep. So let's see if it works. Come on, blunder free. No blunder, great. So now I get to shoot at that unit with +1 to my inaccuracy, or minus. I'm more accurate, but you are inside defensible, so it cancels it out.
Yep. So it's a 6.
It's a 5 with chaff. It's a 5 with chaff.
5 with chaff, okay. Cool.
So here we go, and that is a hit.
6, right, so I need a 6 to defend.
4, because I'm shooting you with a crossbow.
Oh, yeah, of course, so it's easier to dodge than...
Yeah, although I
just... Cool. 4 up, 50-50. So I lost a guy.
Ploying, you got shot at, so you have another panic token.
Oh no.
And also, technically, you just lost the shooting round.
Yeah, so I got to retreat.
Correct.
Fantastic. Yeah, because I can't do anything back to you.
Also now 10 guys, so you're now under fearless.
Yeah.
And
right, so I've got 2...
And I just realised I should have done that the first time, because then I could have just run them onto the objective, couldn't I?
Yep.
Lessons learned.
Never mind. Right, there we are. Right, so it's going to be D6 plus 4 inches. 7. So I'm going to send them all back.
Do they do a test first before they see if they run?
No, it's not a panic test. They just retreat because they lost.
Okay.
Yeah, they have panicked.
They panic because they've lost.
There is retreating. Is when the unit retreats, they must move directly away from the enemy. D6 plus 2 for every panic token. That's when you lose a round of fighting. So they're not in full flight panic mode. It's just part of the combat.
Yeah. Cool. Over to me.
Yep, that was my activation. Successfully done.
Right. I am going to activate these guys and see what I can do with them. I think I'm going to do a move and charge just for the giggles. And I'm going to declare it to these guys. I'm probably going to get wiped out because of this, but you know.
See what happens.
Whatever. Let's see if the order goes off to start with.
It does.
No problem. And there's 2d6 plus movement. So 7 plus 12 is 19 inches.
Should be enough.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to do dangerous terrain.
Yeah, you'll run this way.
I don't want to do that. Right, so they're all going through the dangerous terrain, but they are capturing this objective.
Let's see.
There, and then I'll take the dangerous terrain tests, which is roll a d6 per model, and on a 1 they are eaten.
Succumb to the...
Right, I'm going to do the 2 horseback riders by themselves. Okay, and I may lose my leader here. No.
Everyone's safely through.
Excellent. You do have a panic token on those guys.
I do have a panic token on those guys.
So you got to do a panic test anyway, haven't you? That was supposed to be the first part of it all. So we've done this a bit arse about face, but it's all gravy.
Are they bastards?
They are bastards.
So you have a thing called Bowel loosening charge, which is a special rule that only tells me that it's bowel loosening charge on there, and I don't know what the actual rule is.
Right, we'll come back to you now.
Because the bastards have the ability bowel loosening charge, my single panic token now counts as 2 panic tokens. It doubles the amount of panic tokens, remembering you can't have more than 6.
So now you're going to roll a d6, add the number of panic tokens, which in this case is 2.
Yep.
If you roll under a 6 or under, you're safe.
Yep.
Anything above, and they retreat.
Indeed. So I've got 2, which is
problem.
a 4. We're all good. No one's retreating.
Fantastic.
So that then leads on to the combat. You charge, so you get to stab me first.
That's right. So I've got 3 attacks per bastard, which isn't too bad. With my Toff coming along, is he part of this or not?
No. I'm pretty sure it's just the 1 unit.
Right, so he should be outside of an inch there. Just behind them, there. Okay then, so 6 attacks.
Yeah, I think
they have an accuracy of 5 up. But with melee weapons, will that increase?
+1, yeah.
+1, so 4s to wound you. So this could actually be quite tasty with just 2 horsemen. Ooh, that's 4.
Oh.
Nice.
4. Now on 6 ups. And go! 1.
3 dead.
Could be worse. So you guys are dead. Ding! Those are okay. Let's take these 3 out. Doing it. Someone who's loose. There we go. Not all of them coming out of that base there. Okay.
So you got 5 guys to hit me back with.
5 guys. Throw some burgers and fries. 6s. No, 5s, isn't it? And none of them hit.
Fantastic.
Great.
So you've lost combat there, so
Yep.
you will immediately retreat.
I am now...
And we both get a panic token.
Yay! Running out of panic tokens, I am. 1 of them. So, now I'm retreating. D6 plus 4 inches.
I should have 2, shouldn't I? Because I got shot earlier.
Oh, they're over there.
Oh yeah, left them behind. Oh, so should I have 3 now then?
So, D6 plus 2, 4 inches, 8 inches. 8 inches away from certain doom. So, let's go over there. Do you want to... you know what? If I'm going to run away, I might as well run away towards the objective.
So can you run towards my guys, or is it
away from the combat?
Right,
That's why I'm running to. Because in the idea of the game, I think it's just everything's happening in isolation. It's all foggy and misty, and that like all my guys have cared about is not being killed by your mental guys on horses who are shouting and bawling at me and trying to kill.
So there'll be another dangerous terrain roll.
There will be another dangerous terrain. So let's go right. So they will end up smack bang on the objective. Let's roll for dangerous terrain on all 5 of them. Any 1s, everyone gets eaten, and no one's eaten. And we're on that objective. There's no particular stipulations in capturing the objectives other than that you have to be within an inch of it and you can't be a snob.
Yeah, it's just the end of a move, isn't it?
Yeah.
So after Christian's fodders retreated, we don't chase them down. We just had a little bit of clarity with that. He would have chased them down potentially if they panicked at the beginning of the charge phase, and they would have done their retreat, and then if I'd still rolled my charge and was able to catch up with them, then I would have been able to fight him. But they've retreated, that's it. And now it's over to Christian for his next activation.
Yeah, my next activation, I think I'm going to activate this guy with his other order. Because we can have a toff off now.
Toff off?
We're within 10 inches, within 18 inches even.
Yeah.
So we can now I mean, in the rules, it does say something like take the 2 miniatures away from where they are, put them in a special room all by themselves, and sort of initiate the combat and all that. I think that's more of a choice rather than more of a suggestion than a hard and fast rule. But essentially, it's a duel, and we have to choose whether we're using sabers and pistols, and then have a go at killing each other.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. So we need to begin the top off.
Right. Are we putting them in the octagon UFC ring or just where they are?
I think if we just mark where they are with something, then we sort of know where they've been, where they are, and then we can begin our fight
to the bitter death.
I've declared the Toff off against Surge's Toff of the Imperial Daikon. So we've wandered into the battlefield and now commences our fight to the death.
It's going to be an honourable fight to the death. And because I'm so honourable, even though it's customary for me to decide what weapons we're going to use, I'm going to let Christian decide. Because I know I can chew his parsnip off either way.
I reckon we're going to use sabers.
Sabers.
Yeah. Your mounted Toff comes plodding along because, as we know, Toffs are not urgent and not so much into the battle. It's just a formality being here. And we start slapping each other with the flats of our sabers because neither of us ever learned how to actually fight. So
during the Toff off, all attacks are simultaneous. And because we are the same Toff profile, we're both looking for 5-ups and we've got 2 wounds apiece.
Yeah, so black dice are mine, white dice are Surge's.
Let's do this.
Ding ding! Fight! Oh,
so I lost a wound.
Ah!
Do you get to roll a save?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So the save is a 5
5 as well?
Nope.
No. Ooh. You suffer a wound.
I suffer a wound. So I'm down to 1, you're still on 2. Let's fight.
Yeah.
But I got you back.
Ah, you got me back that time. So
right, roll for your save.
Let's save it. And he saves. Clang harmlessly off my feathered flappy hat.
Right, keep going.
Yep.
Oh no!
Oh no!
So 1 save for me and 2 for you.
Right.
Let's see what happens.
Yours first.
Ooh. Oh.
Save.
It was
5.
a save in the swamp.
Oh, I gotta say both of these. I need 2 5s.
Valiantly.
Into the mud I fall. The roots consuming me.
Yep.
The daikon is no more.
Victory for my Toff.
And you return to your position and carry on with your day.
I do. As if nothing ever happened. Doesn't generate any powder tokens or panic tokens. The Toff off, it's a fun and interesting way to completely screw your opponent over by removing his HQ
no,
units.
I can't give any fucking orders to anyone.
Yeah, so they're going to have a bit of a mare next turn when they can't do anything.
When they just start consuming themselves.
Yeah.
Cool. Only things remaining to be activated. All your activations are done, aren't they, Christian?
Yep.
So I've just got the 2 guys, the chaff guys. So I'm going to order them to shoot, but because they are lost in battle, in the sense that no one's actually giving them direction, they're just doing their own thing, I've got to roll for the blunder test, and we'll have the scenario blunder regardless. So let's see if the order goes off.
It does.
Without a blunder, so that's good. But now it's D6 guys to start eating themselves. D3.
Yep.
D3 guys. Yeah, that would really suck. Oh, well, nothing happens because they're all dead.
Score point for the little guys.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the plan.
Instead of shooting each other, we'll just eat ourselves.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? I mean, if you taste like potato, I'd probably eat myself a little bit. Midnight snack. Chew my carrot off.
End of round 2.
End of round 2, a very interesting round and a lot of fun, I have to say.
Yeah, lots of deaths.
Lots of deaths, lots of mud.
Interesting battles. I have accidentally taken objective in the middle by running away and then running back away and then running back away again into it. My little toady here successfully defended himself, but that was pretty much all he did. And
your horsemen are swept around.
Yeah, they're on the move to lend aid over here. And that chaff guy's just chilling out there by that wall, not doing much.
That's it. I had quite an interesting round. So I lost Toffhoff. The leader of the Imperial Daikon is gone. He is being consumed by the swamp. Which now means that I haven't got a guy who can give 2 orders to anybody. So it's going to leave some interesting issues for me to resolve. Because my bastards over here, they've got no one to order them. So they'll be suffering losses just for being now. But that being said, I am still in possession of the most objectives.
Yep, you've still got that one and this one over here and that one there. So you've got
I've
3.
got 3 and you've currently got 1.
1, yep.
Because this one's still open. So in terms of actually winning the game, I'm winning even if I'm no longer have a leader.
Yep.
So on to round 3.
Activation. I'm going to activate this chaff unit. I'm going to do volley fire. And I'm going to shoot these guys.
Oh dear.
If it all goes to plan. So
panic test for me first.
I don't think you have to do a panic.
Well, you need to see your order, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't do a panic. It's only for charges, isn't it?
Yeah.
My bad.
So I'm going to see if I blunder, which I do not, which is good.
Very disappointing.
So then I get to shoot you. Still only 1 attack, but it's +1. So I'm hitting you on a 4.
Yes.
But you get an armor save of 2 extra.
Yeah.
So hitting on a 4.
Fantastic. And I don't get any panic tokens because you didn't hit me.
Yes, that's correct.
Excellent. What am I going to do?
So you can activate any units in range of a toff.
That's it.
Of a snob.
Right, well I think we need some charging action. So I am going to order these guys to charge. So this is the point where you will do a panic test before anything else.
Yep.
So I'm charging your fodder here.
Yep. So I need to get a below a 6, but it's +2, so it is a 4 or less to pass. And I got a 3.
Fantastic.
So a 1 +2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay then, and then we now see what
you need to see if you blunder.
See if I blunder.
Which you
I
do not.
don't.
Yep. And then inches.
Yeah,
2d6
plus movement. So plenty,
yeah,
so 16 inches. So we are in. And, yeah. I'm going to stab your face off.
It's quite evenly matched.
Oh, I've got quite a few more, I think. He stays at the back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9 attacks, hitting on a 5 up, isn't it?
Yes.
Come on, boys. 1, 2.
2. Not too bad. 6 up save. Yeah. 5 up save. Are we all in or not? We're in a defensible terrain. No, was that if you're shooting into it? Doesn't make sense to have an additional. Must be from a shooting attacks, wouldn't it?
But we're all in it, aren't we, at this point?
So 6 ups, 2 6s. Come on! Oh, 1 6.
So you lose 1 guy.
I lose 1 fellow.
So you got 4 remaining.
4 fellows remaining. 5s. Come on, dice.
So you lose the combat, and you will retreat.
So. D6 plus...
panic token.
Oh yeah, good point. Another panic. Have you got the spare one there?
Yeah.
You need one as well, not that it makes a difference.
Oh yeah, I will do, yeah.
Guys.
Yeah, for finishing combat.
Yep. It is D6 plus 2 inches per panic token.
D6 plus 6.
That was a terrible dice roll. We'll do that one.
So 7 inches.
7 inches.
And it's going to be...
Dangerous terrain.
Dangerous terrain.
Let's roll the dangerous terrain test. No one dies, that's fine. So, 7 inches, and I can't end up within an inch, so I'm going to have to go this way down here. So...
You're taking my guy with him.
No, sorry. Right, so that's there.
And I've reclaimed this objective.
Yep. That's that. That's there. Okay.
Fantastic.
Excellent. I'm going to go with this toff, activating the remaining pikemen, and they're going to be charging into your bastards.
Right, so I need to do a panic test for these guys, and I've got 3 panic tokens.
Yes.
So I need a 3 or less.
Yes.
Let's do this shit.
That is 3 or less.
That is 3 or less.
So,
also known as 2 in this case.
Yes, only rarely. So I'm going to roll and see whether I blunder.
Please blunder.
I did not blunder. So 2d6 plus movement charging. That is 8 plus 6, so I am at 14 inches of...
dangerous terrain!
Of moving. I mean, I could 14 inch around the outside and avoid dangerous terrain. If I'm going to...
Well, who did you...
You already did.
Oh, you're attacking them, I didn't realise you were...
Yeah, oh no, I'm not going for them. I'm not mental! Right, so, we're charged in.
Excellent.
For
please,
cinematic purposes, they're all in there. Poking some horse bombs.
Poking some horse bombs.
Yeah. 4 attacks hitting on a 5. So not often. And oh, look at that! All 4. No, just the 1 attack.
Just
actually.
the 1. So I got a 5 up. Resilience. No,
he did not.
So 1 guy's dead. We'll just swap him out with one of my individual riders. But I do get to fight back.
You do.
And I get 3 attacks.
Yeah, which is insane, but...
Very good.
So it'll be...
4s, I think.
4s.
Yeah. Ooh, wow.
Ah, yes, baby.
Although, I've still got to do 6s for saves, so...
Victory is mine!
2 of them.
Go retreat.
Bloody hell, eh?
Yeah.
Spotters bounced around like a pinball.
Yeah. I'm just going to have the guy with the drum left, though. So, it is... these
So
are
there's
mine.
another panic for you.
Yep. So 4 of them. So,
So
it
a
is
minimum
D6.
of 8 inches.
That is a 6.
Is he off the table?
So 8 inches. So it's 8 plus 6. 8 plus 6 is 14.
Ooh.
So we're here.
That is so funny. I like that.
So let's just
God. They've run around so much.
there. So they've
Fantastic.
run over there.
And don't forget they take their panic tokens with them.
The big old pile of panic tokens. Right.
Excellent.
We have severe panic over here for these fellas. Actually, let's just pop them in there. Okay.
Right then, my activation. I can only do 1 more activation, which is these guys here. Oh, and those, I forgot, he's going to eat himself. I'm going to charge your chap over there. You need to do a panic test for him because he has got a panic token.
Okay.
So a
so
5 or below.
Yep.
Fine. 2d6. Well, I know I'm going to get in.
Are you going to stand and shoot?
Yeah, I'm going to stand and shoot him. We didn't do anything. Carry on.
Cool. 2d6 plus movement. So 9. We're definitely in. Excellent. So 1, 2, 3, 6 guys attacking you. This may end disaster again. Yeah, because he's one of my snobs.
Yeah, yes.
And it's 5 ups to wound.
Yep. 2, 3.
3.
Nice.
This could be good.
So let's see. I'm on a 5 or more to save these, and
Save 2.
save 2. And the snob has
1 wound, isn't it?
2. Toadies have 2 wounds, so he is on a singular wound left. Tiny dice for wounds.
Right, you get to hit me back.
Alright, let's do that. Get the whacking stick out. And we're on a 5. There's a 6.
6 for me, isn't it?
Yep.
No. So I lose a guy again.
Again, I like it. It's like a harassment thing. Your guy's like, charge! It's like, psh, oh no, quick, run away! Every time.
Do we keep fighting, or is it because you didn't lose a model?
Yeah, that's a good point. It's 1 for 1, isn't it? I think it says in the rules that it's total numbers of wounds caused, which is normally models, but in this case, no, you're right. So we fight again. Yep.
Right, so I fight again. So it'll be 5 guys.
5 attacks this time.
5 guys.
Burgers and fries.
Thank you. Right, 5s. 2.
2.
Could finish him.
It could do. Let's see. Come on. 5 and a 6. 5 and a 6.
Yes! Yes! Revenge for the holy daikon. Imperial daikon.
He is the dead.
He's happy.
Well, happy.
Alright, not looking good for me. Last activation on my part, I think.
You've not done them yet?
Yeah, these guys. So
they can at least capture an objective at this point, couldn't they?
yes, I think that's what we're going to do. We are going to move and shoot.
Ooh.
Move and shoot.
Yeah, good shout.
So let's see if I fail miserably at moving and shooting. I do not. Let's see how it's movement plus d6, isn't it?
I believe so. It should say on the quick reference sheet
references,
printed off.
Move and shoot is
from Marvelous Max's fantastic rule set.
Oh, just move and shoot.
Just move and shoot. So 12 inches.
12 inches. That seems to be the magical standard one. To be honest, it makes sense to move and shoot things, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And then we're shooting 18 inches, isn't it?
Yes. You're definitely in.
Alright. I will.
You've definitely got line of sight.
Fire at those fellows. So we're going to shoot 4 shots from the black powder pistols into them. I'm hitting on the 5. They've not retreated, have they, at any point today?
No.
No, yeah, because you beat him. It was last time he retreated, wasn't it? So let's have a look. 5. 2 of them.
So 2 6-ups. Nada.
Bang, bang.
So 2 of them die. They get 2 panic tokens, is that right?
Yeah, because they got 2 hits.
2 hits, and then they run away. So it's d6 plus the number of jobbies.
2, yeah.
So 3 plus 8, 11 inches. Inches, and once again they have run back. Cool. Right, so for my last activation, all I've got is a lonely horseman. He is going to die.
Well, you never know.
Well, no, he is going to die.
Okay.
Because he's not got anyone to order him.
Yep.
He's going to suffer the scenario.
Oh no,
blunder,
yeah, of course. And there's only one of him.
D3 chances of eating himself.
Yep.
So let's see how many times he eats himself.
Only the once.
And a very appropriate skull.
Yeah.
He is nom-nommed himself and the horse, not necessarily in that order.
Yeah.
And he dies.
Although I wouldn't put it past anyone from the realm of Sist to eat themselves and then their horse. Right, so again, I have successfully killed another unit due to them committing suicide. Yeah. That's how that works for this round.
Have you got anything left?
No, because my last activation was that toady and you killed him. So,
right. So that is the end of round 3.
Yep.
So everything's coming to a close now, quite obviously. We're going to go on to the last round. We're both kind of limited on orders and bodies. But as it stands, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 objectives.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, and then you hold the middle.
That's it. So I think it's quite clear that you're not going to capture more objectives than me this turn. just due to orders.
Well, maybe. I mean, I potentially these guys could get over there. Potentially they don't eat themselves and could get to that one.
I forgot about them.
Yeah, well, he could make it over there as well. So
I forgot they were still
I've got enough units to actually do something, but chances are it's all going to go horribly wrong.
Right. Okay.
So yeah.
Right. We'll come back on the start of the round.
Yeah. Round 4, the decisive round. Round 4 is.
Everything still to play for.
Yep. Going to remove this. Pistols are reloaded. I've got my main toff and a snob left over. I've got the chaff. I've got some whelps, and I've got the Lone Rangers, Drummer Boy and his faithful sidekicks, Pokey McStab Guy. They're going to make a break for it and see what happens. Probably end up eating themselves.
Absolutely. And all I've got is my Ashigaru in the middle with one of my toadies sat on the objective. Got these guys over here after retreating away, after being shot. And that's it. But we've got, 3 wide open objectives at this point.
Yeah.
So everything's still to play for with some clever manoeuvring maybe. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. So, first things first, I'm going to order these guys to march. So let's see if I don't blunder. I didn't blunder.
That would have been brilliant if you had that.
Yeah. 2d6 plus movement. So come on, big numbers. Big numbers. That's 5.
So 17 inches.
17 inches, which does get me on that objective.
Ooh.
So
ooh,
I'll put this fellow here at the back on that objective, and I'll just pick the other 3 up here and plonk them there. They're on that objective.
Nice.
And they are within 6 inches of him.
Ooh.
And he would have been dragged along to be 3 inches. So if I just put him there, he is 3 inches.
Fantastic. Right, so for my activation, I'm just going to move these guys up. March. Do I blunder? Nope. I've been very successful in my blunders on this game.
Yeah.
I've not had any. And then 2d6 plus movement gives me enough 10 inches. So I'll just go on to this objective and just try and hold it till the end of the game.
Okay.
I think should be okay.
So my second activation, this fellow, he's within 6 inches of that. Them guys, I'm going to reactivate them and go for move again. No, not move. What's
march,
it called? March. Yeah. So.
Did they blunder?
Let's see. They did not blunder. Let's get some big number. Big numbers, guys. Big numbers. And come on. 8.
20 inches. Ooh.
Does that put me within an inch?
It puts you within an inch.
Let's.
Right. Dangerous terrain test.
Yeah, I will take that,
For
given the ridiculousness that we've just done there. So, dangerous terrains. Plodded through like any good potato-based animal would.
Fantastic.
The muck doth not.
Oh, and don't forget,
withhold
is
them.
he going with him?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, because he's done his. No.
Oh no,
he
because
doesn't
you
need
want to
to. Yeah.
activate him, don't you?
No, he's fine. He is.
Right. Okay. So they've done what they needed to do.
Yep.
You have successfully snuck about. In theory.
Tides have turned, perhaps, or perhaps
the
not.
pipes doth turn.
Yeah.
Right. For my activation, I am going to just try and kill somebody, just because I don't think I can really do much. I could try and move to that objective, but then this guy will just move in onto it. So. It's not a great deal I can do there. So we're going to kill him. So I'm just going to charge. Do you retreat? Because you've got panic tokens.
Let's try that.
4 or less.
4 or less. Oh no, he does.
He retreats.
Yeah.
So D6 plus 4.
D6.
9 inches.
9 inches.
Right, and let's see what my charge roll is. So 2d6, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I can go 8 inches. So I'm not going to make it because you moved 9 inches away and you're already an inch away at least. So yeah, my charge fails. And I can't charge against anyone else.
Do you move though when charging? A failed charge roll has a whole section in the book.
Well,
it doesn't.
To be honest with you, I'm just going to sit there because I can't actually charge anyone, and it wouldn't get me anywhere anyway. So
you can't charge these guys.
No, because you can only charge. You can only declare against one person.
Yeah.
You can only ever charge one person, one unit.
Yeah.
So there's nothing I can do that's worthwhile doing, regardless at this point.
Yeah. So.
And then it's just your guy. Last activation for you.
Yep. So he's still within 6.
Is he going to fire off a shot and just annihilate me?
He's going to give it a go. So I'm going to give him volley fire.
So please blunder.
Oh
yes!
no, he blundered.
Yes!
So let's see how many of him eat himself. All of him.
He ate himself. He could have won, but he ate himself.
Dearie me. Great. Right, okay, so that just leaves these fellows.
Let's see how many of them eat themselves then.
So they are going to blunder first. And yep.
They ate themselves.
They ate themselves completely. So thus concludes.
So this is quite an entertaining end of the game where I've still actually got a fair few models on the table. And 2 toadies. You've got a toady and a toff, but you've also got your whelps still.
Who are galloping around causing havoc.
Amazing turn of events at the end of the game. Objective-wise, I've held objectives steadily through the game, and you've just suddenly blitzed with your horses around and captured 3 objectives, winning the game.
Yeah, because you have more than him.
That's it. So I had 2 at the end, you had 3 at the end.
That's it.
Well done.
Let's see handshake.
Well played.
Well played.
I think that's an enjoyable first game of Turnip.
Absolutely.
I reckon.
We'll do.
What's your favourite unit?
Favourite unit? It's my bastards were my favourite actually, because even though they ran up, got shot, ran away, when they came back, they charged a load of pikemen, and even though they did get a couple of losses there, they still absolutely demolished you.
Yeah,
with
definitely.
their 3 attacks each. I thought they were quite tasty in the end.
I'd say Surge's pikemen, his bastards, because the game it's symmetrical in the unit choice. Then I can quite happily like those, and I think I'll be using them for my next game because, like I said, they're so potent. But I think the key is understanding the synergies that work between the models. So so the bastards have a bowel loosening charge which doubles the effects of your panic tokens, and then the whelps have run them down, which then increases your accuracy if you're chasing or shooting at somebody who has just retreated. So like you can use the combination of those two to just wipe entire units out. It doesn't mean you've tied up 2 of your units to destroy 1, but as we found,
losing a whole unit, that makes a big difference in a game like this because you're holding objectives.
Yep.
And if you've lost one of your units,
then you can't hold the objectives.
You can't hold the objectives. Yeah. So no, fantastic first game. Definitely a learning process. Like we said earlier, while it is relatively simple in some ways in the fact that we're basically building our armies off the same profiles, or we can build our armies off the same profiles. There's enough little nuances there within the rules. And one of the things that we haven't touched on at all in this game is the cults. And that's something we're going to be doing in the future, which will add even more nuance.
It's additional units, additional sort of sub-rules
and flavours
things.
And everything that goes with it.
Some of them have interesting interactions with panic tokens and things like that. So,
so stay tuned for our future videos. Because there's going to be a lot more content coming with this. We're going to play through the other scenarios in our next games, and we'll have more and more to say about Turnip as it grows. And a big shout out to Max once again, because I think we both agree this is a fantastic game to play, something very different from the standard fare in wargaming.
it's created something special. Not just with the game, just with the community that's growing around it as well. It's like art focused, I would say. So there's lots of good artists out there who have been contributing to this, and yeah.
If you haven't seen the rules, there's some fantastic artwork, even just little things like that in the corners of pages. It's got a really cool aesthetic, both on the table and off the table.
Yeah.
And if you like us dressing up as complete tools for your amusement, please drop us a like and a comment on this video, and we'll be sure to keep doing silly things in our shed.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
3 men in a shed.
3 men in a shed. 3 men, 1 turnip.
Yeah.